Here's the thing, a lot of people who have imposter syndrome are very talented and they know that they are talented. When you truly believe in yourself, you are motivated by and you are acting out of faith versus fear. What it really means to believe in yourself and to really overcome imposter syndrome, you're in luck because we're gonna get into it right now. Hey, Courtney Sanders here. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new to me, I'm a full-time certified 7-figure life and business coach as well as wife and mom. I wear all the hats and do all the things, but I would not have been able to do any of the things had I not learned how to believe in myself. And I say this because I think this is such a almost like trite thing that people just throw around. Oh, believe in yourself, right? It's kind of that like attaboy, attagirl, just believe in yourself. But no one really talks about what does it actually mean to believe in yourself? Is believing in yourself psyching yourself out? Is believing in yourself lying to yourself, right? A lot of people think that that's what it means. Nothing could be further from the truth, but I find that really believing in yourself is a skill. And if you could just master it, you would be amazed at all the different things that you could unlock in your life. So if you want to know what it really means to believe in yourself and to really overcome imposter syndrome, you're in luck because we're going to get into it right now. So first, let me talk about what believing in yourself is not, because people think that they're like, I believe in myself, and they're really not. In fact, an action that many people do that they believe is self-belief, but really is not, is something that I call a charity case mindset. And that is when they are like begging and pleading someone else to give them a chance, right? So please give me a chance. I believe in myself. If I could just, do this one thing, right? Oftentimes we think about that when we're, first starting a business, right? Oh, just give me a chance. Let me, try the service on you. Like, I really believe in myself. I know I can really do a good thing, right? Or, please give me this opportunity, this job. I really believe in myself. We think the passion or the further with which we are begging somebody is like directly, correlated to how much we believe in ourselves, but we actually don't, right? What we are asking is for the other person to believe in us, right? So that's why I call it the charity case mindset. We think it's self-belief, but really we're saying, can you believe in me enough in order to give me an opportunity? Why is that? Well, because in those scenarios, we are asking the other person to take the risk versus us taking the risk. And that is the key distinction in truly believing in yourself and getting over imposter syndrome. Here's the thing, a lot of people who have imposter syndrome are very talented and they know that they are talented. And part of the reason why they have imposter syndrome is because they know on some level they're not living up to their full potential. But the gap with that and the reason why they don't reach their potential is because of a profound unwillingness to take on the risk themselves, right? Up until this point in their life, they've been looking for everyone else to take the risk for them, but they're not willing to take the risk. And that is like literally the last hurdle, the last bridge that they need to make in order to truly achieve their full potential. So how does this correlate with believing in yourself? Well, here's the thing. When you truly believe in yourself, you are motivated by and you are acting out of faith versus fear. Now, I know this is a common phrase, oh, your faith should be bigger than your fear. But that's actually true, because here's the thing, when you are focused on fear, you are focused on prevention, right? So you're thinking about all the things that can go wrong and you get into this almost like scarcity mindset where you're trying to not take too much action. You are so focused on everything that could go wrong that by definition is you don't believe in yourself, because if you believed in yourself, you believe that those things either wouldn't happen, right? In fact, I think it was Mark Twain who said the quote, I've had many worries in my life, most of which have never happened. This is funny, but kind of sad, because there's many people that go through their whole life in prevention mode, right? Acting out of fear because of all these worries that they have, not realizing that half the things that they're worrying about, in fact, the majority of things that they are worrying about are not going to happen. So if you have true belief in yourself, you believe that either they're not going to happen or that you are capable enough to withstand and overcome the bad things if they do in fact happen. That way, when you are acting in faith, you truly believe in yourself because you are in pursuit, right? So there's a difference between being in prevention mode and being in pursuit mode, right? Pursuit is going after the opportunity because you believe that you reasonably can have it. And the key with this is that oftentimes people struggle with not knowing or with any level of uncertainty. And so I think it's really important to make the distinction that operating in faith is actually not like operating without evidence, right? Operating in faith is operating with evidence, but it's operating with evidence that might not be exhaustive, right? Oftentimes we think we need exhaustive evidence. I need absolute proof to believe that this thing is going to happen. or else we won't move. And it's so funny that we do this in other arenas of our life that we just take for granted, right? Maybe you traveled somewhere this weekend and you got on an airplane. Did you ask the pilot, what flight school did he go to and how many flying hours did he have? Did you, research, everything about airplanes? Did you look under the wings? And like, you didn't personally investigate any of these things. You took it on faith that Delta or United or American Airlines or whatever airline you flew on, there was enough evidence that, everything was as it should be. And then you just took the rest on faith and you just went in pursuit of wherever you were trying to go to your holiday destination. And so people who truly believe in themselves are the exact same way with themselves, right? It's not that they have all the evidence, right? Not that they have exhaustive evidence. They just know that they have enough evidence, right? They have enough evidence in their capabilities. They have enough evidence that, it's either going to go my way or I can figure it out and make it go my way. And so they focus on pursuit, not prevention, and then they go after it. There is a risk with that, right? Because there's a gap in knowing, right? Just as you technically didn't know, again, how many flight hours that pilot had flown, or, that the plane was 100% up to spec on whichever airline you went on, you were satisfied that there was enough evidence and you were willing to bridge the gap with faith, right? So this is what it truly means to believe in yourself. It means you are willing to take the risk, right? You're willing to get on the airplane. You're willing to get in the car. You're willing to do the things, even though you don't have 100% certainty, and you're going to bridge the gap with faith, right? Faith in yourself, that you have the ability in order to make whatever it is that you need happen, right? I personally have faith in God, right? That, hey, if I can't make it work out, God is definitely going to work it out on my behalf. And I just move forward, right? I have faith in the people around me. And again, I just have faith in my own capabilities. And so if you are a talented person, but you're struggling with imposter syndrome because you can be doing so much more, you need to see what a paradox that is, right? You're upset because you're like, oh, I feel like an imposter because I'm not living up to my potential and I could be doing so much more. Yet every time you have an opportunity to take that risk, right? To bridge that gap, to operate in faith instead of fear, to be in pursuit instead of prevention, you won't take the step. But you just said that you are not living up to your potential, which means you have more capability that you're using, which means you should be able to make whatever happen, or if it doesn't work out in your favor, you should be able to figure it out and fix it, right? Do you see the paradox? So again, I geek out on this stuff because like I said, I am a life and business coach. I'm a certified life coach. I provide certifications to aspiring coaches. And so this is like really my work as of late, really digging into these models and really almost like the human psychology of why we do what we do and what it takes to truly have high performance. But that is what it means to believe in yourself. Now, if you believe in yourself and you believe in yourself as a top coach, you believe that you're going to have an amazing coaching business that is not only going to be profitable, it is going to be impactful with all the amazing people that you're going to help. But first, you're looking to get your coaching certification. I invite you to apply to my coaching certification program. It is an accredited program. We will show you not only how to become a certified coach, but you will learn how to come up with your own coaching methodology, as well as your own coaching program and pricing. And if you so choose, we even have an option where you can learn all of my marketing secrets and everything that it takes for you to become the next big name in your industry. And so if you are interested in that, you can click the link below to apply. And if you are accepted, you'll be invited to an enrollment call with my enrollment team, who will then walk through the entire process with you. But I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope it gave you the jolt that you need to go ahead and, take the risk on yourself, believe in yourself, eliminate that imposter syndrome, and truly operate on faith. If you are motivated and you're gonna do it, go ahead and give me a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe on this video. And if you can't wait for my next video, make sure you are subscribed to my podcast, The Courtney Sanders Show, on both iTunes and Spotify. And if you can't wait for my next podcast episode or my next YouTube video, make sure you're following me on either TikTok or Instagram. CourtneyLSanders is my username on both. And with that, I'll see you in the next video. Bye.